Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask you guys, could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate that. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable, useful, or interesting in any sort of way, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. Now, do not regard the prices that are on the screen right now. I'm actually recording this a little bit earlier, and it's going to be going up a lot later. I'm going to be scheduling this, later tonight, due to me being extremely busy. So please do not focus on the prices on the screen. All you really need to know is that by the time that this goes live, if Bitcoin is broken down below its summer lows, aka the major targets to look at right now on Bitcoin and pretty much all of the market, and you can kind of use this for even XRP as well, just look back at the summer time frame, these summer lows, aka 29.8K on Bitcoin. If we do break that, yes, that is concerning. That's pretty much breaking the lowest point that we've seen since 2021. And of course, you can kind of look at XRP in that same way. Excuse me. If we break those summer lows, that's where we get very concerned. Because after that, there's really no stopping the show, if you will. So really watch for on XRP. 53 cents. That's a key point to really look at. And of course, on Bitcoin, like I said, I showed you guys those levels. But of course, we need to just be patient. We need to wait, see confirmation on Bitcoin, but also even on our altcoins, because right now all of the spotlight is on Bitcoin. But I'm not going to be focusing too much on price. Let's talk about fundamentals today. So first off, let's talk a little bit about XRP's value. So I know, being an XRP holder, you might be a little bit confused. You might be wondering, well, I'm seeing Ripple continuously, shout, pretty much from the hills saying, hey, we have a new partnership with this bank, we have a new partnership with this bank, we're doing ODL volume, it's doing incredible, and XRP is sitting stable. I know exactly how you guys feel. In fact, when we're talking about XRP, I do think that the major concerning factor is the SEC lawsuit. I think that that has stifled and suppressed our price for a very long time now, for over a year. Now, that's concerning. But let's talk about XRP for a little bit. So XRP is the main driver of success for the XRP ledger. We know this. But also, XRP has direct ties to RippleNet products as well. Everybody's kind of focused on the main use cases. Like, if we technically go to Amazon Web Services and really kind of read about RippleNet and Ripple products in general, like, we see everything. It's all fully broken down. The best part about this is the RippleNet use cases, right? By joining RippleNet, banks, payment providers, exchanges, and corporates can address many commercial use cases, including e-invoicing, international supply chain payments, global currency account, real-time cash pooling, international bill pay, and real-time remittances and international P2P payments. The best part about getting like real-time or instant, payments or instant settlement, right? Because everybody kind of looks at instant payments or real-time payments and they're like, oh, they're using XRP. No. The time where they use XRP is when it is settled in near instant times. Right? Settled. There's a difference between making a payment and a payment being settled. Okay? For an example, you can go into a grocery store right now, use your debit card. Okay? You made that payment, but it won't settle in your bank account for at least, a couple days. That is the problem. Pre-approved payments is the biggest deal breaker right now for a lot of major use cases around the world. We're talking about cross-border payments, B2B payments in general, SMEs. Like, pre-approved accounts and pre-approved payments are old age technology. That's why we're trying to revolutionize that scene in general. Now, of course, it does mention all of the 100 plus financial institutions as well. You could pretty much look at all of them, like 300 plus. But of course, it's labeling the key players here. But in general, I'm not trying to read this and say, look at Amazon's using Ripple. No. I'm just saying Amazon, Web Services pretty much broke this entire thing down on, the key benefits of Ripple, what each one could be utilized for. Like, even they're mentioning XRP to offer on-demand liquidity with lower cost, which lowers the cost while enabling real-time payments in emerging markets. And of course, XRP is going to provide a lot better, efficient, payments and, even just overall, use cases when utilized. That's why when we have the choice to use XRP or not, it's a no-brainer to use XRP if you were utilizing RippleNet products. Now, of course, when we're talking about XRP's value, right? Like, what will XRP's value be once it is utilized properly? That's the big question in the room, because everybody says these massive prices. Like, I've seen things like, all right, XRP is going to be worth, $30,000, a $1.4 quadrillion market cap, sitting at a 49,515x. Do not get enticed into believing that this is going to happen. The only reason why I say that is because, it's not market cap perspective alone. Like, I'm not going off of the market cap reasons behind this. I'm just saying in general, how long it will take for us to even get to 30K per XRP? It's not going to happen overnight. They're not going to flip a switch, and we're not going to go there. I will say this, though. I believe that we could hit $300 eventually. I think that at the bare minimum prices, when we're talking about how big XRP will actually be utilized and how it will properly be utilized as well, and how much money it will move, we could hit as high as $1,000 at some point in time. And I know that this seems unrealistic because we're at a $47.7 trillion market cap for some individuals, but you need to focus on what they're really trying to disrupt. When we're talking about ODL growth, we've seen ODL seen massive traction records in 2021. In fact, 1/4 of all the ODL growth was actually moved over XRP. XRP was the main driver of success for that. And when we're talking about ODL volume continuing to grow and grow and grow, we also talk about Nostro accounts. We talk about cross-border payments by themselves being a $155 trillion market. If Ripple could really grasp a large portion of that, I could see us at some of those price figures. But I would be, lenient on in the next at least 5, maybe even 10 years, kind of looking at, some, realistic goals. And I only say that because, you don't want to get, you don't want to get too over your head when thinking about how much money you would make, right? Because when you start calculating things on like, how much money will I have if XRP hit $1,000, $10,000, and then you're thinking, all right, well, then I'll just wait it out. But you don't understand how long it's going to get there. Nobody knows how long it's going to get there either. Now, let's talk about Mojaloop. So we've discussed Mojaloop a little bit on this channel, but the reason why I talk about this is because, you can really kind of see when something's going to be a success, and that's when elites are in it, right? They have to shake out the weak hands. They have to shake out the people who should not be in it. And we do see Google Gates Foundation join forces to bring digital payments to developing countries. Now, this is talking about that 1.7 billion financially, inclusive switch that they want to do. This is May 7th, 2020. Now, of course, they're talking about, digital financial services, payment platforms, and all that kind of stuff. Like, in general, like, they're talking about interoperability between these. That's what Mojaloop is pretty much here to do, right? It's open source technology. We even see that, right? And it is going to be the reference model for payment interoperability that can be used to overcome barriers that have slowed the spread of digital financial services. And, you can pretty much read about all of the, where it could help, pretty much, how it could be used. And then we have the sponsor members. Okay? We have the Rockefeller Foundation, Google, Coil, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and Modusbox, right? Now, a few of these you probably don't know, but for the most part, you should know almost all of these. But the best part about it is the actual members that are here also include Ripple and the Monetary Authority of Singapore. This tells me that Ripple is positioning themselves perfectly in terms of digital financial services and digital financial adoption as well. And when we're talking about, what organizations could be utilizing this once this is interoperable and once this is really kind of enabled, what we do see here, it's going to be between individual users, banks, government entities, merchants, mobile network operators, providers, and technology, companies, connecting the underserved with the emerging digital economy. This is 1.7 billion individuals that will be connected through this. This is fairly huge. Now, this is just one of the many partnerships that Ripple has. In fact, when we're talking about Cambridge, so this goes back to October 14th, 2020. Cambridge Global Ripple partner on cross-border payments. Now, this might seem, whatever, who cares? Now, they're actually saying that cross-border payments you know, are going to be worth $35 trillion by 2022. Well, the global cross-border payment market is already worth $155 trillion. In fact, we see that over here, how new entrants are redefining cross-border payments, and it is pretty much, they're expected to reach $156 trillion in 2022. So this is and that's global cross-border payment flows. So you guys know, and of course they are mentioning SWIFT and how slow that is, and pretty much the disruption for this. I believe that they actually mentioned Ripple in this article, but overall, when we're talking about how big this market is, it's extremely huge. Now, Cambridge, the reason why Cambridge plays a huge part here is because they're even talking about how big this partnership is in terms of, cross-border payment disruption. So we do see here in the pilot phase for the project, deposits with preferred banking partner CM Commercial Bank saw a 99% reduction in time to pay out with RippleNet compared to other services, the release stated. Cambridge also said there's a new degree of transparency and certainty with the new partnership. So they love this partnership. They are seeing the value behind this. And we even see here, we entered into the relationship with Ripple because it presented Cambridge a great opportunity to use distributed ledger technology to reduce the amount of time it takes for customers to pay their overseas vendors. By expanding this relationship, we broaden our reach into the Asia-Pacific region while providing customers with rapid payment delivery they expect. Best part about this partnership is that, one, yes, it is still involved, but this is the best part about it, right? The power to move money across borders. Keep your competitive edge with robust payments and hedging solutions. 145 plus currencies, $80.82 billion plus traded annually, and 28,200 clients globally. Global payments simplified. They are doing this through Ripple. And here's their customers. You can pretty much read about their customers as well. And again, I know that this is coming from Corpay. You might be confused. You might be wondering, well, why is this Corpay? Like, aren't we supposed to be talking about Cambridge? Yeah, this is basically just Cambridge. Like, if you click Cambridge Global Payments, it opens up to, Corpay. Like, this is pretty much Cambridge overall. But this is a huge connection again. And like I said, this is just one of many. This is just one of many partnerships that Ripple has, powering the next generation of payments. You need to understand that these are absolute massive giants in the making. These are huge technology companies that are based around the fintech area. And the way that they are getting, a lot of this payment flow, the way that they're disrupting this entire scene, they even have a partnership with MasterCard as well. The way that they're doing this is through Ripple technology. They're seeing the overall growth within this space. They see the disruptions that's taken place in this space. And this goes back to just 2020. Since then, we have seen massive adoption of DLT technologies and even XRP and Ripple themselves. ODL adoption has been huge. We've seen all of the updates. You guys could go and read this if you guys want. This goes back to October 29th when they broke down this entire overall, growth record. It's huge how fast XRP is growing. Now you might be wondering again, why isn't XRP going up in value? Well, it's fairly simple. So first off, to really address the elephant in the room, we are not in a utility-driven market. Utility assets are not taking the spotlight. You probably could have guessed that considering the fact that Dogecoin and even Shiba Inu are still in the top 25 coin list. We are not in a utility-driven market. We are not even close to a utility-driven market when a lot of people are saying it's going to happen this year, it's going to happen next year. We've been hearing that since 2017. A utility-driven market is going to happen when we do see a major shift in this market. I do believe that, when we're talking about regulations, I do believe that regulations are going to be the forefront of which we will see a utility-driven market being built around. That's when we will see a lot of altcoins. For an example, if Ripple does win the lawsuit and XRP does get regulatory clarity, that's when we will see assets like XRP skyrocketing in value because it is already being utilized. Even Rosie Rios said herself, XRP is probably one of the most legitimate cryptocurrencies in the space that actually have a purpose, that actually do something. That's exactly what we are looking at. That's exactly what we are pretty much putting our money into, something that's already being utilized on a day-to-day scale. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, so you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.